It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's gonna be a good one on Monday Night Prime Time.
We're about 20 miles from the Gulf of Mexico at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa, as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports. Good to be in the booth with my partner Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Welcome, and Greg, this is one of those that's worthy of prime time because wide receivers love the spotlight as much as any position group in the league, and we got two guys who shine under the lights here tonight.
And I think where it's going to be really fun and get interesting to watch, Mike, is in those critical situations. The game's on the line, third down, red zone, gotta have it moments. There is no mystery. Both these sidelines, they know exactly where the ball's going, and they're just going to say, I dare you to stop them. These are two prime, elite wide receivers in the National Football League. Night game, prime time, they're looking to put on a show.
Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. The return starts from the 5. We'll get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
Yeah, you have to feel good, Mike, seeing Baker Mayfield back established as a franchise NFL quarterback. He had such a tough journey these last couple years, bouncing around multiple spots around the league. And then last year, down in Tampa, he has a chance to get them to the NFC Championship.
Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
Prior to the opening kickoff, the home crowd is rocking. They're on their feet cheering. Well, one play in, got a little quieter in here. This defense came out, and they took the fight right to him, able to bring the quarterback down for an opening play sack to get their defense settled into this one.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. Third down coming up. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
And even though he's just a rookie, Mike, I think it's safe to say Jaden Daniels, he is one of the most dynamic athletes that we have in the entire NFL at the quarterback position. And on top of that, he's not a one-dimensional player. Yes, he's going to make splash plays with his feet, and he's going to make some highlight reel plays. But he is a quarterback. He can make every throw. He's got great arm talent. If he can continue to find the balance between those two aspects, he's got a chance not to have just success today, but he has a chance to have success for a long time in this league.
Daniels to throw on second down. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Here's Daniels. Quick throw, taken in. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Commanders first down.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He's got it at about the 8. And he's into the end zone. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Washington.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. On the return is Sean Tucker. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Bucs offense going to take over now for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Now a run with the rookie out of Oregon. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll send a tight end in motion. Right back to Irving. And they'll stop him. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. 1st and 2nd down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
They send Evans in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Commanders offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Now this looks like a design run. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain one additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Throwing on second down, Daniel. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete. Luke McCaffrey, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Baker going to give it to Irving. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. On 2nd down, Baker. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They'll run it. It's Irvin. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
First and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. That's caught left side by Otten. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Second down throw for Mayfield. To the left side, to Godwin. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Tight end on the move left. On 3rd down, it's Irving. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. It's the Commanders with the early lead. We'll have more from Tampa after this. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go. Mayfield. That is caught. He got Godwin. And he's going to have the Buccaneers 1st down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
They go right back to Godwin. He's got it again. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial.
A dive, and he's in! Touchdown, Buccaneers! On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Austin Eckler now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Commanders' offense headed back to take over once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Great timing and anticipation. The second the tight end's head turned around, the quarterback put the ball on him, and now it's, hey, let's see who wants to tackle this big guy and bring him to the ground.
3rd and 6. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. His throw left side is complete. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Washington.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
The job of the offensive lineman is the key piece to a successful screenplay. They have to balance this fine line between stopping the defensive lineman from getting to the quarterback too quick, but also let that defensive lineman think he's got a free rush at the quarterback. That's the balance and the timing that made this play so successful, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Hassan Reddick there to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 9. First carry for the versatile Austin Eckler. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here comes 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing is Daniels. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal.
This has been a great drive and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
And he's in! Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Gay to add the PAT. The kick is good, and the Commanders will move out to a 14-7 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion right. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. And he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin.
Those simple routes over the middle, Mike. Well, to the quarterback, they're not always so simple. I'll tell you why. There's a lot of bodies in the middle of the field. There's a lot of traffic. Those windows are hard to navigate the ball through safely. So what happens? Well, you saw it there. It's a prime area for throws to be intercepted.
The Commanders' offense getting set to get back to work. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. To throw is Daniels on 1st. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense. You're defending your own goal line. You got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Buccaneers offense ready for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Mikey Sandmerstill. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick six.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
The extra point by Gay is good. And the Commanders will take a 21-7 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Buccaneers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. A short one there to Otten. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front, and they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
It's complete to Evans. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Open man, left side. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 10. It picks up 25 yards. And gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And it's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. And at the very least, got to come away with some points.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Throwing is Mayfield. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. This defense pinning their ears back, coming to get him again. On 4th down, Chase McLaughlin in for the Bucs. This from 34 yards. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Buccaneers cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Commanders' offense going to take over just before the half. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He's got his man downfield. It's Debo. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Right side, catch made by McLaurin. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Gay's kick is good. And the Commanders are going to open up a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Here comes a return from the goal line. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So here at halftime, it's the visitors, the Commanders, who are out on top. And we get you across the state to Orlando and check in with the coach. Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. We were treated to a fine performance in the first half from the Heisman Trophy winner, Jaden Daniels. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Here's Eckler on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, Daniels. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Eckler. The Commanders about to send this one away as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, but he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Bucs offense ready to take over once again. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense. And it's almost becoming to the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble. You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
On the ground, it's Irvin. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Mayfield. We'll drop this underneath to White. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniel. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. It's a 1st down and a gain of 13. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Daniels. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. What a way to start this drive. A second big play. This one for 22.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
They'll go play action here with Daniels. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now Daniels. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. He's got it inside the 5. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. That is caught, back corner of the end zone. Noah Brown. Touchdown, Washington. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just...
And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. To return is Tucker. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to get back at it. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. A give. This is Irving. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Here comes Otten in motion. On second down, Baker. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. They send Godwin in motion. From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. That's caught. It's Evans. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll go again here with Irving. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Second and 7. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They go play action with Mayfield. That's deep for the back of the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you were sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The visitors' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Brought down at the 21, a gain of 1. On 2nd down, it's a run with Robinson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. On the option, here's Robinson. And he works his way past the 25 to the 27-yard line. The Commanders set to kick this one away. This returnable with Palmer. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. It's complete to Evans. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Throwing on second down, Mayfield. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
On first down is Mayfield. That's over the middle of the tight end, Otten. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down. Now Mayfield. This one caught left side by Evans. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick, because that ball...
He is in. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Buccaneers are able to edge a bit closer. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. As we look back at some of the highlights in this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
And And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to, without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Has his man, it's Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the give, it's Robinson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. The tight end, Ertz, in motion. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And I don't know, I think he is short. They are. They're going to mark him short, and that's going to bring up 4th down. They'll go. Here's Daniels. Inside the 10, it is caught. A gain of 11 there as the decision to go for it pays off.
And that 1st down should all but do it, Mike. With only 1 remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So, a win here on the road for the Commanders. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Tampa.